What's going on, everybody? I talk about Third Strike all the time, 84 here. So, yeah, I do talk about Third Strike a lot. I need to get to talking about it, but this is my fun little curveball Japanese review here. I just try to mix it up. I got Puyo Puyo 4 today. And yes, retro game bookcase reviews. I got you in mind. I know you like puzzle games and everything, but yeah, it's a good genre. Um, I remember seeing the intro for this, and you'll see it in its entirety without me talking over it. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you. This is Puyo Puyo, and it's basically the same thing as Kirby's Avalanche, right? There's Kirby's Avalanche, and yeah, Retro Game Bookcase Reviews did that one, and I was just kind of floored by the fact that that's Mean Bean Machine. And Puyo Puyo, Mean Bean Machine, Kirby's Avalanche. There's so many Puyo Puyo games that are just labeled as other games, and I don't get it. I don't know. It's a good way to market games, I guess, but even on the Switch, they had this Puyo Puyo Tetris game, and I wonder how you feel about that, Retro. I guess I'll call you Retro from now on, but yeah, I just kind of wonder how you feel about that one because I don't know. I think you could play Puyo Puyo or Tetris or a weird hybrid of both of them. And yeah, I'm talking over. I got a bunch of pictures, but there's this crazy little Pikachu-looking guy. He's got like a jewel on his forehead, and he's in this. He has this perpetual smile, and the way that the Japanese people just kind of have that smile is just kind of like Prozac. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh, and I want to add, Gollum Cone just commented me just now. He said he recommends Resident Evil Code Veronica with cheats. He says CDX cheats. I don't have a CDX action replay disc. I do have a Game Shark, but I might be able to burn an action replay CDX disc, no problem. And I might just do that because I think the cheats might be slightly different. Like maybe I can get around to playing Fur Fighters and beating that in its entirety. Yeah, I just want to beat some of these games because Resident Evil Code Veronica is supposed to be the best Resident Evil game on the Dreamcast. So, you know, yeah, like I need to give it an honest, good shot because I'm not familiar with the Resident Evil games, but yeah, man, Gollum Cone, man, yeah. I mean, I'll take your words to heart, man, because yeah, you know what you're talking about, man. I know. Yeah, Nightmare Creatures 2 video was too long. I'm sorry. This one's gonna be a little bit shorter. I hope, I believe, at least not beyond 16 minutes or something. Let's aim for that, right? This is Puyo Puyo 4. I forgot to add one thing, but I'll just mention it with gameplay. All right, man. All right. Whoa. Right on. That's epic. Alright, so we got some Puyo. I meant to add in the intro that there are 3 Puyo games to my knowledge on the second Dreamcast. There's Puyo Fever, which is the more coveted, more expensive one. I have all of them burnt. I have, there's Puyo Da, which is like a dance game variant type thing. I'm not so sure if I should rate burnt copies, because everything that I have reviewed on this channel has been retail, you know. Okay, there's some sort of demo mode. I was hoping that the volume with the intro was not too loud. It did seem kind of loud there at the very end. Yeah, there was some vampire guy who was looking at a box. It was kind of like Hellraiser, like some Pandora's box or something. Yeah, that's something about storytelling. Whenever there's like a weird box, it's like you never really find out what that box is all about. It's supposed to be a metaphor or something. I don't know, man. I like things when it's just incredibly literal. I don't know, sometimes mystery is kind of cool the way they do it. Like, I was talking about Blade Runner 2049 and just, so many aspects of that movie I like. I just really want to revisit that movie from time to time, but, yeah. I watched Thor Ragnarok, and then I watched Thor Ragnarok a second time. I've only seen that twice, but I don't really feel the need to watch it anytime soon, but I do own that on, Blu-ray. Yeah, I was thinking about trilogies and how, you know, which ones are the best. But the Thor movies, it's like the third one's totally the best one, then the first one, and then the second one, and then, you know, Dark Knight trilogy would be the second one, first one, third one. I think most people would agree with that, but, yeah. Tangents. Okay, press that start button. Let's get into this. So this is the cheapest Puyo game. I got this retail import for... I just want to say like $10, maybe before shipping and handling. There's no way I paid more than $15. If you look online, you will find deals on this game. This is the cheapest Puyo game. That Fever is for some reason coveted. And yeah, Gollum Cone. Yeah, talking about PAL games. Apparently they are really expensive in Europe. It's like people in Europe want PAL games, but they can't get it. And I imagine that a lot of people in Europe import from the States, I would imagine, because there's a lot of good import games here, you know, good NTSC games that you could probably get a lot cheaper than, I don't know, what is it about Europe games that make them so expensive? Is it because there's more of a fan base, or just the fact that people are more collectors and completionists and they don't want to burn games as much? There are people who burn games for the Dreamcast and they have no problem with it, and everything they have is pretty much like a burnt game collection, and I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, I'm just a super fan. I got burnt games of games that I have retail and import games of games that I have retail. I'm insane. Let's see. I normally pick the first jam. The jammy. I say jammy jams all the time. Pajama Jammy Jam. I've never seen House Party, but House Party has been referenced. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I did not pick my character, though. I wanted to pick the frog guy or something. You can probably make out some of that sound. Probably turn it up just a smidge, just to... Yeah, I can talk over it, but you can hear a little bit. Oh, I like that. I'm never in any real rush, but you've played Puyo before, and it's very colorful sprites, and I dig it so far, but admittedly, Puyo Fever has some sort of character and vibe going for it that this one doesn't have. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Should I review burnt games? I do have like 4, I believe it's just 4 reproduction games, which is basically just glorified burnt games with inserts that look like the real deal, but then you open up the case and it's just like a piece of paper that got printed on, you know. I just wanted to add that I looked online, you know, for eBay for reproduction games, and I think they're really scaling back. They must have a problem with that, because I got a few online, and I looked on Etsy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Etsy. I've bought from Etsy once or twice before. Oh yeah, I got this little dinosaur thing that I grew up with, this little dino egg jammy that I was very fond of, and I just had to track it down, and I found it on Etsy. And I have no problems with Etsy. I think that they're great. But yeah, if you're looking for like boutique stuff, or stuff that's done up good, or stuff that's done with care and stuff, Etsy's pretty cool. But they have reproduction games, and they have this one guy that's like, hey, I'll just do whatever you want. Just tell me what game you want me to do, and I'll do, you know, I'll give it the treatment. And I think that's awesome, dude. Like, I have no problems with reproduction discs at all, because I got, let's just say one game, I don't want to spoil my channel, but I got this one game that I got the reproduction for because I'm just not playing, I'm not paying the prices that people want me to play. I'm probably not focusing on the game as much, but this is Puyo. Puyo, you've played it before, probably. If you like puzzle games, you probably like this game. Now, I'm going to do whatever I can to break the cycle here. Well, it looks like that guy's got me. They got me. Can't, you know, never say never. Come on. Oh, man, that is some whack. What's up with the skeleton guy? Yeah, I was just talking about death symbolism and like skeletons and popularizing death symbols. So, like, you know, I see a lot of that just on the street. Like, people on the back of their cars, they got skulls and stuff. They think it's cool. There's nothing cool about death at all. I'm gonna try to make combos and stuff instead of trying to make chains, just at first, because I need to thwart the skeleton guy. And there's nothing wrong with this version. This is a good version. It's just garden variety puzzle, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's kind of therapeutic. I love puzzle games just for that fact. Pick up and play, no drama. You don't have to get into a big story. There might be somewhat of a little stupid story with the little circus. Whatever was going on with the intro was kind of funny. Traveling circus, frogs, people giving you peace signs and big old smiles. You know, this appeals to children and adults alike. Yeah, let's, the universe needs to work in my favor when it comes to getting back at this skeleton guy. Yeah, I just busted the, clear bubbles. That's cool. I'm keeping things simple. You know, I wouldn't trade my position. I don't know. Maybe I'm not taking risks enough, or maybe I don't play enough Puyo games. But before I end this review, I am going to try to play as a different character and maybe a different mode or something. It's just, you know, like I said, these are impression reviews and blah, blah, blah. I always say the same stuff. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate my regular viewers. You guys are great. Lots of love all the way around. Yeah, like other people just, I guess they're more people pleasers. They have channels where they really do cater to their viewing audience and stuff. And I guess that's cool if you want to keep subscribers and stuff. But, you know, I've always just been doing this for me. And I'm really making an effort to try to be cool to my viewers and stuff like that, because hey man, this is cool, you know. I mean, we do have a community, whether or not I want to act like there isn't. I'm not really trying to act like there isn't a community or anything like that. It's just I always had it in mind that this is something I want to do, and hey, I got the mindset that if I'm making friends along the way, that's cool, man. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Because I watched a review. I haven't heard from Rage Studios in a long time. I commented on one of his later videos, but I don't know. But he says that he does this to make friends. And I understand that mentality because it's hard enough to make friends in real life, you know, and this is like cool stuff that we do on our free time, and you know, it's cool. So, you know, hey, if you want to be friends with me, I'll be friends with you, basically. You know, it's all good, man. I just drama free. Oh man, I could have made a chain there if I played my cards different. That green spot's in the way. Can we? I don't know. The computer's being really hard right now. Okay, yeah, okay. No, this is not the way I wanted it to go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Did I do a revenge shot, little slap shot, like in NHL? It's so crazy how I do. Oh, that was my phone. But it's so crazy how I do these reviews, and then I just have this stuff fresh in my memory. I still have all that hockey stuff in my memory. I watch my videos after I post them. Okay, so skeleton guy is pretty swell. All right, let's just end it. I think that means end it. Well, it must be popular today. Somebody loves me. My phone. Sometimes I forget to put it on mute. I try to put it on mute for these reviews. Hey, I get to pick my guy. Yeah, I was mentioning Frog Guy, and I do want to be the Frog Guy, guys. This is my guy. Let's see what these characters look like. I'm not time to... We got Fish Guy. Yeah, on the manual, you see all these people. Yeah. Yeah, the girls are kind of cute. You know, they look young, though. That's the bad thing. They're cute and young at the same time, so... Frog Guy it is. Is he fez-wearing intellectual? Is he gonna smoke a pipe? He's got a pipe in his little coin purse on his... Why has he got a coin purse on his neck? Japan, baby. Japan. I'm digging Frog Guy. Frog vibes. But I'm not gonna go overboard and be a frog person, because I'm gonna make it a point to never be a frog person, because I'm associated... like I said before, there was this old lady on my street that loved frogs, and I had a friend that had a mom that was into Noah's Ark and stuff. And if there's anything that I'm all about, like animal-wise, can't really think of anything. I've never been into animals like that. I think we all like cats and dogs, just kind of casually, because cats and dogs just, yeah, they're man's best friend, right? I mean, they love you. They love you because you feed them, and you love what you invest in. It's like women, you love what you invest in. And they don't invest in you, you invest in them, so of course they don't get burned after you get broke up, you know? Talking about MGTOW stuff. Let's breach on the MGTOW stuff. Yeah, on that Nightmare Creatures, I was channeling a whole lot of, like, how I felt as a kid because of all that, like, dank Columbine stuff that kind of, like, ruined things. Like, I feel like my childhood, like, I was supposed to live in a different version of reality, but because of these rich people's agendas and stuff, they were, like, demonizing white guys and stuff. You know what I mean? Do you guys know how I feel about that stuff? I don't know if you guys experienced life that way. I don't know. I guess we all kind of felt like outcast, or kind of like other people were trying to think the worst of us because they just... I don't know, like, people react to the conditioning. Like, we weren't, you know, we haven't woke up to the world. We didn't know that Columbine was a false flag. Like, that stuff was real in our worldview at the time, and it's just, yeah. Let's make a combo. I am incredibly bad, just egregiously bad at this game right now. I wonder if there's different modes or something. Maybe Puyo Puyo Fever is just a little bit more approachable. Just a little bit more of a learning gradient. Maybe it's a little bit more forgiving. I don't know. Yeah, it's about time to start thinking about what we're going to review this one. And yeah, it's a puzzle game. I haven't been winning these rounds. If I won one round, I might be a little bit more like, yeah, it's pretty good. And I give my reviews 10 out of 10s all the time because I'm reviewing ones that I love. I don't particularly love this one, and I can recognize that Puyo Puyo Fever is better, even though I don't have proof. I just know because of, you know, other people's reviews, and I've played it before. But this is just basic Puyo Puyo. I am kind of biased towards Mean Bean Machine. I think Kirby's Avalanche looks pretty cool. I think those were just kind of like rated high. Retro, you said that Kirby's Avalanche was like a 75% out of 100. This is the same game, basically. So, yeah, 7.5. I'll just agree with you, bro. Give this one a 7.5 because the other ones are better, and it's not as memorable, even though the title was, you know, the title animations and cinematics was pretty pretty funny. Yeah, this is Puyo Puyo 4 for the good old Sega Dreamcast. You know you love it. Yeah, all right, cool. Oh, do I recommend? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's just, you know, there's other better puzzle games, but yeah, it's pretty good. 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys.